Hey guys, it's Jade. I just want to just get my thoughts on this whole Hollywood Reporter interview. First, let's just talk about the interview in general. One, I couldn't even finish it because it was just some bullshit. It seemed like I think someone in fucking middle school probably would have written a better article. It was just like it was just it didn't really give me anything new. It really didn't. It gave me, you know what I'm saying? It was just like a regular ass basic ass interview. And it wasn't really good. It wasn't really a good one at that. Like there was barely any quotes from the members from what I read. Like I said, I couldn't finish that shit. Um and it just seemed like the person had to like really like buy magazines at the airport and shit. I'm like, so you didn't really know? You didn't really know them? And you could have saved yourself a hell of a lot of money if you just Googled that shit. The fuck? And that's my issue with just American publications and just media when it pertains to K-pop, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. They always ask these same ass dumb ass basic ass bitch ass questions. How's it like in LA or New York? And oh, what's your favorite place to eat? How's the weather? Who's your celebrity crush? Who would you like to work with? Blah 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 blah. Oh, why are your fans so dedicated? Like what the fuck? Really? We still asking these questions? It's not even just the BTS. It's just for any person that comes to the States. They are these same dumbass questions. Like it irritates my whole eighth of a nerve when they do this shit. And it's like it's never thought inducing or like anything interesting, like to kind of like pick their brains and shit. It's never really like that. It really isn't. And like I don't know, is it if it's because these publications don't give a fuck or what? I don't know. It don't even they're not even trying. Like I know like the whole pronunciation of the names, that's small shit, but it seems to me that some people just don't even care to try to learn how to pronounce the names. At least like listen, I don't speak Korean. I don't. But even I can do a better job at pronouncing these people's names. And I've been in K-pop since like 2012, and I can do a better job. And I don't speak a lick Korean. I don't. Um and it's just like you like ask them something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm not a fucking journalist, but it's like y'all need to do better at y'all job. It's like saying like y'all don't give a fuck. It's like y'all really don't. It's be like half the time I don't even want to be watching these interviews or reading these articles because it's like it's gonna be the same shit. It's really gonna be the same shit. Um, but yeah, just like reading that shit, just like how he was, of course, they had to break down the members. This person's this, this is this person's name, and they're this, they have this role in the group, and that, and that. Like, I think when it, especially pertains to BT, I think we're definitely past the point of like we still gotta like give you introductions and shit. At least to me, we do. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know, but yeah, that whole interview with them was some bullshit. Like I said, I couldn't even finish it. I think I got like a nice chunk of it, but I was like, I can't. It just seems like dude just got a free trip to Seoul in at an expensive restaurant BTS, and that's the fuck it. Like, girl, bye. Okay. Now, the other part that irritates me is the mention of Jungin. So in the article, they mention, how they normally do when it pertains to K-pop and the training process. And the interviewer mentioned it as a American Idol esque cattle call. I took offense to that because that's for damn sure not really how this shit goes. I mean, it's no different. Like, the actual audition is no different than what is done here. At least, well, I don't know about anymore because I think most people now, when they're trying to pop off, they mostly go to social media nowadays. But like back then, if you're talking like a decade ago or some shit, or like even further than that, yeah, you had to, either go to auditions, you had to go to open mics, casting calls, and shit like that. Yes. And they probably still do that, but it's more like now people just taking the social media right. It's like social media route to kind of put their self out there, which I have no problem with. It's like, hey, do you? But yeah. Um, and they, of course they mention, oh my god, and the pressures of plastic surgery and crazy diets and skin whitening and blah blah blah. Here's the thing: when people when people make articles about K-pop, they always mention the fact, not even just articles, but just videos or whatever. When they always mention K-pop, they always mention the training process as if they're putting these kids through in fucking concentration camps. That might be a little much, but how they put it, it's like they're putting them through like the fucking ringer. Like, yo, like, we get it. For those of us who knows the breakdown of this shit, we know it's not a cakewalk. We know it's hard. We know it's grueling. We get it, but not everyone has been pressured for crazy diets. Not everyone has been pressured for plastic surgery. Not everyone has been pressured for, lightening their skin. That's not everybody. Not everyone has went through the same struggle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people may have not had went through it went through a lot of, struggle. I don't know. But I know for a damn fact not every single person that has auditioned to be an idol has went through a lot of shit. Meaning, like, pressures from the company and shit like that. I said that's not everybody, but it makes it seem like, it's like hell on earth. And when you think about it, think about how, for instance, when Making the Band was out, right? When Making the Band was out, because I was a big fan of Making the Band with, Diddy and shit. And they had, Puff had these, first off, in season 2, he had these people walk to Brooklyn for some fucking cheesecake. You know how far of a walk that is from Manhattan to Brooklyn? That's damn near 3 hours. And then they had to walk back. And then there's another season where it's similar shit. They had these guys walk to New York. I'm not talking just in Manhattan. They went to the Bronx. They went to Brooklyn. They went to Queens. They went to like damn near every fucking borough except for fucking Staten Island. To fucking in Long Island. To fucking sing. For like they walked to these places. They sang for like an hour. And they had to walk to the next fucking borough. It's winter. These people could have gotten, of course, majority of them got sick. So, like, shit like that. So, is that, you know what I'm saying? So, that is you're trying to make it seem like American, the process of being a star in America is, like, so much different. No! Like, you don't believe me? Look that shit up. Like, Google that shit. YouTube that shit. Like, I tell no lie. Like, that's what the fuck Puff had these people doing. And think about American Idol, right? I don't know if they do this shit anymore, but back in the day in American Idol, you go to, people be camped out for days, literally days, before they even get there to try to get into the fucking building. You gotta first, so they don't tell you this shit. You gotta audition for the people before you even get to Simon and them. You gotta audition for them. You gotta go inside, wait for some more hours. Then you gotta wait for Simon and them, Simon and them and all that other shit. And then at the same time, majority of people don't even get to see Simon and them. Like, they just, because, you know what I'm saying, it would take way too long for those three people to see everybody. Like, they packed them in a stadium. Like, that's how many people come out for American Idol. Like, I don't really think they explain this shit, but that's like the process of trying to get to American Idol. At least back in the day. I don't know about how it is now, but yeah, that was that. And then once you get your ticket to Hollywood, you come to Hollywood. I always hated Hollywood Week because Hollywood Week was so fucking stupid. So you get to Hollywood, you sing another song, they kind of cut people down, and then they put you in a group. You gotta sing this song. You gotta you have to perform this song. So, of course, you're going to be put with people who don't gel together, don't know the song, they can't dance, they're not that great of a singer. Like, it's like a struggle trying to do this song. And knowing that this really has no purpose on the show because no one's in a group. Everyone is solo, but okay. And then you go on from there. Now, I know this is more focused on television, but it's still a process. I mean, even back in the day with groups, or just artists, what I'm saying, they had to, go to label, shop their demo, sing for all these people to may or may not get signed, what I'm saying, pertaining to groups, what I'm saying, people be training, singing anywhere and everywhere, malls and shit, and all this type of, what I'm saying? So, like, the process is grueling on both sides, but I don't know why they just try to make it seem like K-pop is just, like, a whole different entity, and that's not it. And another thing that irritated me was the mention of Jungin. Now, it pissed me off because they just threw him in there. It was just so nonchalant and it was completely out of context. Like, they didn't even mention his name, number one. And then they quoted a piece of his note. And in the note, it like the part that they took, it made it seem like the reason why he committed suicide was, because it was hard trying to be an idol. That part was only a small part of the bigger picture. Like, that was something that, he was struggling with, but that wasn't why. It made it seem like that was the reason why he did it. And that's not even remotely the truth. And what's upsetting is that ever since Junghyun passed and someone mentions him, they never mention how great a singer he was, how brilliant of a songwriter he was, or just him as a performer, or just him as a person. They always mention his fucking suicide. And it's coming to the point where it's like, is this where we're going to be, this all we're going to remember him for? Like, is that it? And that infuriates me because that's not fair. That's not right. That's not fair. That's not all that man is known for. Like it's really like it's making me angry when I think about it, because not just coming from a fan standpoint, but just in general, like, that's I don't like that shit at all. I don't like it at all. And I don't give a damn if it was him or someone else. That's not what that person wants to be remembered for. It's not. And that's what it seems like every time someone mentions the struggle of being an idol, they always mention him. Like, what the, like, seriously? So, like, yeah, this is just very, very frustrating. And it's just like, I guess, again, it's, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not who he was. And that's not all people should remember him for. They, no. At least that's how they're painting it. Like, and that whole part was like so was like it was just taken out of context. Like, for us fans, we know what's up, but someone who doesn't know him, they'll think that was why, and that's not why. So yeah, fuck that interview. Fuck that interview, just on behalf of BTS and Jonghyun. Fuck that interviewer. Fuck that interview. Just fuck all these fucking publications that are just lazy as fuck and just can't do their goddamn job. Fuck all y'all. Period. So, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta head off to work. So, I will see you guys next time. Bye.